Yeah, no, I think the bye week came at a perfect time for us. Gave us a chance to really hone in on some little things that we needed to get better at. Also gave us a chance to get back healthy. I think we'll get C.J. Miller back. He practiced. We'll get Austin Robinson back. He practiced. So I think it was just a good week. We were able to rest Dawson Knox, able to rest Ken Webster. So really, really good week for us. Self-evaluation, and now we get the final stretch run. They remember what you do in November. So excited about playing 4 games in 19 days, and we get the first one right back here at home. So it'll be huge for us to have a big crowd for an SEC game coming back to start this stretch run. So I'm excited about it, looking forward to the challenge. Like I said, 5-3 after 8 games with 4 left. So fired up about the stretch run. And I know our crowd will show up at 11 o'clock against a big-time SEC opponent. And a lot of respect for Coach Muschamp and what he's done in South Carolina. They're fast and physical on defense. I've been impressed with the way they run the ball on offense. So they're physical on both sides of the ball, but excited about the challenge.
All right, raise your hand if you got a question, bring the microphone to you.
What do you say to the fans to encourage a big turnout and the big rally?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, just to come get behind the guys. You know, again, 5-3, great opportunity. You know, coming through all of this NCAA stuff, you're still 5-3 with a chance to win a bunch more games. And again, I mean, of the 4 teams that we're playing, they all have the same record or worse. So we're right there. We just got to find a way to get over that hump, to get that energy. You know, in the state, we got great fans, and the atmosphere in the Grove. It's important for our players. It's also important for recruits. We'll have a bunch of recruits show up. So to have the energy in that stadium and to see what it can be, I think that will be really good. And I think they will. I thought the energy was good for Auburn. I'm sure it will be the same way for South Carolina.
How do you feel like the focus on the red zone fix went last week?
You know what? I think everybody, when you look around the country, and when you get to ridge zone, it's hard to score. I think everybody says they have red zone problems when they don't win the game. So I think just getting the one-on-one matchups, finding a Lodge or AJ, or pounding it in with Scotty, or run the quarterback. There's a bunch of different things you can do down there. But the bottom line is execution and being able to make plays. So I think, but again, a lot of focus on it, and just making sure we got the right plays called, and you got to execute.
You mentioned that C.J. Miller's back. Is Tyler Knight and Tyler Coney, I've seen him a lot in practice, but haven't gotten in the games much. Is that pretty much your 1, 2, 3 strings right there?
It is. You know, Tyler Coney could get in, you know, in emergency. He's a very, very physical kid. He knows all the checks and get everybody lined up. So you could see him in an emergency, but having CJ back, it gives you a little bit more flexibility with Miles Hartsfield to be able to play some safety where Armani doesn't have to play as many reps back there.
Seems like it might have been a bit of an up and down year for South Carolina's passing game. What have you seen from them when they're good and when they're struggling? What's the difference there?
Well, you know, they're a little bit more up-tempo this year. You know, having Coach Warner over there, they're doing a little bit more tempo and things like that. But they're at their best whenever they're able to run the football and play action. So I think that's kind of the key to them, is them being able to. So we're going to have to do a good job of stopping the run. They've really done a nice job the last few weeks of being able to run the football. And so I think that'll be key for us.
Coach, you didn't mention Victor Evans. Is he still struggling a little bit?
Well, I guess he's kind of got a chronic knee, so he's just limited, but will play. I mean, he's definitely going to play. It's just how much he can get out there on his knee in practice. So he'll be available and be able to play, you know, probably 15 to 20 snaps.
Matt, you mentioned Dan being over there. Does a coach on the other side, does that assist really with personnel, or what kind of advantage could that be for them?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Being 2 years removed, I'm not sure he'll know some of the older guys, maybe some of the old linemen. But as far as that concerned, I don't know. 2 years removed, that would be an advantage.
Now, you guys have the NCAA appeal still out there. I know Ross has talked about expecting day-to-day. Is that something that you think about, or is it something you've discussed with your players that, hey, this is out there relative to a bowl game?
No, for us, you know, that's what we thought. We got 24 days left in our season. That's the way that we're preparing and have. And as far as us, our motivation is playing for each other and just building this program and taking pride in the fact that, you know, all through all this stuff, you're supposed to be not very good last year and you won 6 games, and the same thing this year and you're 5-3 after 8 games. So just taking the pride and hey, we're still here, we're not going anywhere. And I think that having that pride in the guys playing for each other and fighting through adversity, to me, that's very, very special. And again, I think a lot of pride in the program, a lot of pride in our guys playing for each other.